How's it going, folks? And you're very welcome along to the Motorcycle Hour podcast, brought to you by Clonegale MCC. Before we kick it off, just a massive shout out to our sponsors, Terence Healy Motorcycles. Terence Healy Motorcycles is a one-stop shop for all your motorcycle needs, stocking a large range of quality used motorcycles and also a main Honda dealer for the Midlands. They also offer the latest gear and motorcycle gear and accessories, and Terence Healy's is an approved RSA training centre. So check out their website on thmotorcycles.ie. Also, a massive thanks to motorcycletraining.ie for sponsoring the podcast. For all your motorcycle training requirements for IBT or any pre-test requirements, check out motorcycletraining.ie. Before we kick it off, we do also want to mention that this podcast is intended for an audience of 18 years and older. So just remember this when deciding where and when you listen. How's it going, folks? And you're welcome back to the Motorcycle Hour podcast. We're on episode 42 and we are live from Moorfield GAA for the Kildare Biker Spins Meets show and shine. And fucking what a the sun is shining, man. What a fucking day.
Absolutely, Bren. It's absolutely lovely out there.
Man, you would not beat it. We're going to be here for the day. So like the bikes and the stands and the work and the effort that they're after putting into this is top class.
Absolutely top class. Yeah, the stalls and everything that's out there now, it entice you to come.
It would, without a shadow of a doubt, yeah.
Like you see over there, the stalls with the flags, T-shirts, biker gear.
Yeah,
there's a bit of everything out there.
There's something for everybody, 110%, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cha, can I see, you're looking a little bit seedy, man. Are you a bit hungover?
Oh, don't mention hungover. I ain't giving up the core.
I tell you, I'd say the cores will give you up now. It's at this stage. We had a good old night out last night. We had Eamon's other half's 40th birthday party. A massive shout out to Aoife for a happy 40th birthday. We had a good night in Richie's in Cumbernauld last night. Absolutely
great night. Sure, the crack on the bus. Sure, going out
class.
I'm sure. You came up with the brainwave. Now, in fairness to you, we all give you a round of applause for that one. When they were heading to collect Eamon and them on the bus, we got off in Larkins and eating dairy.
Had a few. It wasn't really a bus; it was more a glass house on wheels. Fucking heated.
We were melting.
Jesus Christ, man! There was some serious cases of swamp bars.
I'm surprised that I didn't actually grow a bit more with that heat in the glass house. What I mean?
Yeah, honest to God, lad. I'm surprised.
I got up this morning and measured myself. I'm still 5'3".
Oh, fucking hell. Well, what a night. So we're a little bit worse for well, I had manners, of course. I
you
being the pillar of sense.
Tipped off at 1. And
I tipped off well before 1. I was home for 12 o'clock. But,
were you?
Yeah, I was home for 12 o'clock, man, yeah.
Cinderella.
Yeah, I was going to be running this show this morning, so I said, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'd have to. But come here, there's a lot to talk about in this week's episode. We've a very interesting character on. Guy Markham is going to be on as well, telling us a little bit about him, his Instagram, how he got going, and how he grew the massive Instagram page and stuff that he had as well. So yeah, we're going to have that on. We're going to have a couple of good guests on. We're going to nab a few people here at the show and bring them in and have a bit of a chat with them. Yeah. We met a guy over there from, was it Wally's Customs, with a Hayabusa that everyone will be familiar with, the blue Hayabusa with the 300 odd wide back wheel on it and stuff. So we're going to nab him. We might even get Terence Healy or Par Terence Healy in, and of course we'll definitely get some Kildare Biker Spins and Meets crew in for a bit of a chat and a bit of a chinwag and see how it's all going. What have you got for me there, Cha? Wally's Customs, yeah, absolutely, yeah. You'll have to check out Wally's Customs on it. Here's a couple of familiar faces coming in here. Oh, Lord,
a couple of the Warriors coming in now.
They're letting all the riffraff in now here, aren't they? Holy God, Jesus Christ, my. There's a good decent man after coming to Hoy from Waterford.
You're still buying the bike?
Oh, who you after?
Oh, the White Tiger.
You're supposed to have fucking. Is that the one with the White Tiger for sale? Is it? Oh, BJ's. There you go. Chaz buying a tiger. No, it promises to be a good day, boys. We're here sipping cans of Coke because the heat is absolutely
mental out there.
I'm making ball soup here now, and that is a fact. Yeah.
Mo, Joan, and Gary, and the boys. We were talking to them out there as well.
That Repsol 600,
Jesus
man.
Christ,
Jesus Christ.
Isn't it?
With the Brembro, man, I'm telling you, I'd be tempted to put that in the K3. The Brembro Master Center, the Lord.
Yeah,
Jesus,
but then
man.
you see, Bren, you'd be famous for stoppies, bud.
Be famous,
and
yeah.
changing your jocks more than 3 times a day.
You'd only do it once. And then you'd be looking for a front fairing and a fucking tank and all that. Oh, my Jesus, man. Such a fucking crack. And the old biking. Did you get out on the old bike for an old blast at all?
Yes, but no. Oh, wait to see. What evening was I down with you when I took out the Z?
Oh, you did, yeah? Yeah, one Tuesday evening, I think, yeah.
I think it was Tuesday,
blow down cobwebs off her.
Yeah.
Hard to bait. Hard to fucking bait. I didn't get out at all. I swear I haven't been out in, Jesus, weeks, man.
Yeah.
I might get out for an old spin later on this evening, maybe, or something. An old coffee or something. Good to know.
Mate, you never know what happened this evening.
We'll see how it goes. We're waiting for the rest of the Clan Gael to arrive here. They're all a little bit...
Oh, they're all seedy and,
Yeah. A bit shock, a bit worse for wear.
But
you know
then
what I mean?
you see, look at staying out till 4 o'clock. What do you expect?
That's it. No manners. No fucking manners whatsoever at all. No, exactly. Yeah.
Like, sure, I was begging them to bring me home at 11. And sure, the whole kept me there till 4.
I was surprised. I thought you'd be asleep by 12 o'clock. That's why you were going. Holy jizz.
What does Sylvia always say? Oh, we're going out with Sleeping Beauty.
Such a bit of crack. But it promises to be a good episode. So yeah, definitely stay tuned, and I hope everybody's going to be here. This will be obviously going live tonight. So we'll have a full synopsis on the whole event. Busy week as well, of course. We had the Southern 100 on again there this week. Didn't get to see really any of it or hear any of it, to be honest with you, but by all accounts, I think it was fairly successful.
Fairly successful for Kevin and that, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin put in a sterling effort now, in fairness, and I think it's a tricky enough, track to negotiate, or road to negotiate and stuff. But I think he done well anyway. So we'll hopefully get chatting to him maybe next week, and we'll get the full lowdown on it. You know what I mean?
But I tell you, for a young man, he's picking up the tracks very, very quickly.
He is. 100%.
He's taken with like duck to water.
Yeah, he is, man. Actually, he's just a natural. I think you either have that or you don't. You can't teach that.
No, I think he has it.
He does 110%. You know what I mean? But I know it'll be promising. We've Armagh on now in 2 weeks' time as well. We'll have to get down to Armagh. I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
Up on the bikes.
Yeah.
It's a good old spin up now. It's up near Ballymoney.
Yeah, that's a fair old spin up.
Sure, look, it'd be grand. Just be grand going up on a day like today, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't be fuck.
It would. That would raise her up. Fresh air.
Go away, you'd be melted for Jesus' sake.
Man, you'd be grand. You're not made out with sugar. Come on to fucking hell.
Not a word about it.
It'd be absolutely grand. Come here, will we go out and nab someone and get them on for an old chat?
Yeah. Fire ahead there, Brendan.
Let's do it.
You do a bit of walking today.
I'll do it, lad. Let's do it. We're back. We've nabbed our first 2 victims for the podcast here. Lads, give us an introduction, starting with yourself.
Sure, yeah. My name is Martin. I'm from the Bike Boss here in Galway. We're a detailing service. We do a lot of deep cleaning, paint correction, ceramic coating, etc. for the west of Ireland. And look, we're looking to broaden our horizons as well. So we do a collection and delivery service.
We were looking at this man's Fireblade that you done earlier on. You spent 30-something hours on it. Sure. It is absolutely class.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, 34 hours of pain.
There's some fucking pain if you bring it out now in the rain.
34 hours at €100 an hour wouldn't be too bad, would it?
Wally hasn't got the bill yet, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. To wipe the smile off his face. Over to you, Wally. How are you getting on? Give us an introduction there, man.
My name is Brian Waldron, Wally's Customs. I customise motorbikes. I'm known for the Busa, the Street Fighter, that I built 3 years ago. She has 190 on the front, 330. She's a custom Street Fighter. She's all over TikTok. I think everybody knows her in the country at this stage.
Yeah.
But myself and Martin are connecting together. We're trying to start up something that no one else is doing down the west of Ireland. And Martin is a great detailer. I'll never be able to drive my CBR again now because it's going to be in a box. And now he's after doing the boost, so I can't drive that. Like, I'm not allowed. But,
it'd be a shame, man.
Yeah, it's all for show, lads. I customise paint. I do different things. Everything comes out of my head. That's all. When I look at the bike, I can vision it there and then, but I can't actually tell you over like a microphone here how to do things. It just all comes out of my head. Yeah, madness.
That Busa is absolutely I can't. It's still brown to me. I can't. Did you have it at Mondello at one of the meets or one of the races or something?
Kells, I had it at a couple of shows up in Wicklow. I had it up the north. I had it down in Cork. Different shows, you know.
I remember seeing it somewhere. It is absolutely outrageous. Talk us through just some of the numbers on it. What have you done to it? The back wheel for starters.
Right, so there's a guy called, I'm just giving a shout out here to Taylor Med Wheels in Brecon in Wales. I went over to him, customised the back wheel. It's a 101 wheel. It's a 330 for a Hayabusa. So we extended the back original swing arm by 3.5 inches either side just to take it. But I wanted to keep the bike originally the same length. So we've done a chain drive on it. We didn't want a belt drive on it. We have the gearbox extended by 3.5 inches. Everything is extended for the bike in a sense of to make it wider. The front end then was custom built, so the back wheel is on the front of the bike. So we customised the front wheel to take this, and the top yoke and bottom yoke were customised. The clocks are the only thing that's original on the bike is the frame. The engine was customised. The titanium throttle bodies on it. The tank came off a 668 horsepower fucking Busa that was raced in Santa Ponza. I give a shout out to Dennis McCarthy on that because I bought the tank off him. It was 3 years of looking at it. I have a CBR 1000 RR SP1 back end on it that no one ever has put on a Busa.
Was that what back end? That's the back end, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and so the front of the seat then is the Hayabusa front seat, and then we bonded in the CBR back end. So it's all the bike is functional for servicing and driving and everything. It drives like a Bandit 1200.
That's mad.
I can get around the corner. Most people think I can't. You saw the strips on it. I have chicken strips on it, but look, when you have a 190 in the front and 330 in the back, man, it's hard. Like, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't expect to get your shoulder down there in all fairness. Jesus Christ.
Look, even lads on normal fucking bikes have chicken strips. Come here.
Absolutely.
Don't be worrying.
Chad definitely fucking does, anyway.
Oh, but the fuck I have.
Talk us through the detail. How did you start off on that, or is it something you've always been doing?
Yeah, look, bikes in general have been my passion for years, and I have a lot of kids, and that kind of took control of my life. I just wanted to get back into it. I've been detailing bikes on and off from mates here and there for years. And basically 3 months ago, a mate of mine, I did 2 bikes for him. He's like, why don't you put yourself out there? So put myself out there, holding on a full-time job, trying to get this up and running at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really kicked off in the last 2 months, you know.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Because you'll never get a bike. I don't care. Like I could spend hours. You'd never get. Like I go into some showrooms and stuff. Like Terence Healy, who's out there, for instance, he's a guy that details a bike for them. And you could clean it and clean it and clean it, but you just never fucking get it the way they get it. Do you know what I mean? It's a skill unto itself. Like, you know.
Yeah, I seen when he done my CBR there. Like, I mean, he had the whole bike pulled apart. I was like, oh shit, will it ever go back there? We were so fucking mad about the bike getting it right, so I painted the wheels. I only done the wheels a year ago. I painted them white again just to get it, make sure she was 100% for Martin. Like, so myself, as I said, myself and Martin are trying to get something going in the west of Ireland.
Yeah.
Like Galway is slowly but surely getting clubs together.
Yeah.
We're starting bike clubs because we're a big county.
Absolutely.
And there's more bikes coming. So we're trying to get the West to come all over Ireland.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
Because Dublin is huge.
Huge.
You know,
Leinster is huge. Like, exactly.
So we're just trying to get in the spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So come here. Where does people find you? Have you got your social medias and stuff?
I have Facebook, the Bike Buffs. I have TikTok, the Bike Buffs, and Instagram, the Bike Buffs.
The Bike Buffs, absolutely.
I'm on Facebook as well. Brian Waldron or Wally's Customs. Then I'm on TikTok, so I boost the Busa, which is the bike, and Wally's Customs as well, and Brian Waldron. So I'm on all the media. I haven't got a clue about it, but my son does everything for me.
A bit like the chat over here.
I just get the son to put. I wouldn't have a bull's fucking notion.
Well, boys, listen, thanks a million for coming on and having a chat. So anyone that wants to reach out to you, get in contact. The Bike Buffs Detailing, Wally's Customs on Facebook and TikTok and the whole job lot. Especially if you're down the west of Ireland, give the boys a shout because I can see the work they've done firsthand here, and it's
absolutely amazing.
Absolutely top class. 100%.
Thanks.
The best, Buzz, the absolute best of luck with it, and keep it going. And we'll be keeping an eye on you on Facebook and Instagram and the whole lot. All right.
I'm hoping to have a new build next year, so I'll keep that under wraps and then just pop her up.
Oh, JSI, 110%. Absolutely. Sounds like a plan, boys. All right. Fair play to you, boys. Thanks a million. Cheers.
Thanks very much, boys.
Cheers. There we go now, 2 absolute fucking champions there, boys. So you'll know where to go to Wally's Customs down in Galway if you're looking for a bit of custom work done. And of course to check out Martin at the Bike Buffs Detailing. Again, you get him on Facebook, Instagram, and the whole job lot.
Yeah, but as we're saying there, they're thinking of teaming up now as a business with the two of them. Wish them the best of luck, because 2 sound lads there, and you look at if the biking community gets behind them boys.
Absolutely, yeah. And as I say, the west of Ireland, Galway in itself is a big area and plenty of bikers there and stuff. And
absolutely.
Like, as I say to yourself, there's one thing by cleaning your bike yourself. When you go to the likes of them, but all the gear, all the proper chemicals, all the proper polishes. Like if you were here, and we'll put up pictures of that CBR9 like that. Imagine having that in your shed, like you know what I mean? It's just absolutely.
Oh no, be serious.
Top class.
Like I mean, we can give the old bikes there a wash and all.
You don't wash your bike. You can't.
Fuck off! I do.
You do when you're
but when you wash them and you look at them and you go, Jesus, isn't she fucking lovely?
Yeah.
Until you see what a professional can do to it. Like
exactly.
I nearly vomited today looking at that.
You look at it, you just want to do some job, then you go to a bike show or something, you go, oh, for fuck's sake, this yoke looks like it's pulled over a hedge.
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
Oh, Jesus. But that blade, sure, you couldn't rate it now.
No, you couldn't.
You couldn't rate it now.
Imagine that road we came on this morning, boys, and all the tar melting on it, and all the tar sticking out.
I'd cry. I swear to fuck,
God,
I'd sit down inside the road crying.
I would. I'd pick up the bike and throw it on my shoulder and I'd walk home. That's the truth. Oh, lead up,
and they're looking and saying, "Who's your man carrying the bike and the little child sitting up on it?" Because fuck the bike wrong.
Oh, fucking hell. That was unbelievable. Boys, the crowd is getting bigger here by the minute. I went out there a few minutes ago and I could not believe the amount of bikes that's coming in there.
No, I'm going to tell you, this is going to kick off.
It is.
This is going to take off big time, lads, because all joking aside, most lads you'd often be talking to when they go anywhere now, they like a few stalls, they like chip wagon, they like,
go in and buy a few bits and pieces.
There's everything here now.
Absolutely, 100%.
This will take off.
It will. No, it is. A credit to them. So it's all happening. And again, people should jump onto the Kildare Biker Spins and Meets page and have a bit of a look, and then keep an eye on it, because they do have regular meetups of a Wednesday night in Gaelic Burger. As well as that, they do often organise spins, a lot of charity work and stuff. So I'd advise everybody to get onto the page, give them a like, give them a follow, and see what they're doing over the next couple of months and year and stuff.
Absolutely, because as the fella says, you see the way the biking community come together, and normal people that haven't got motorbikes are out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, around. Yeah.
So it's attracting everybody.
It is, 100%.
And it's great to see.
It is, without a shadow of a doubt.
As the fella says, they've the weather for it now.
Yeah.
That's fucking savage.
Savage.
Like next year we'll have a few paddling pools. Sitting over in a little.
I bring in my rubber duck. 100%. I'm fucking certain. Jeffrey will be coming with me. 100%. There's a few boys sitting up there drinking a few cold pints, and I am envious. Of course, I pull the short straw. You can drink, I can't.
Oh no, I don't want drink.
See, this is where I want drink and I can't because I drove. You don't want it. You should have drove.
It is bubbling out.
You're a fucking
sure. But then again, I suppose I might catch him now in a minute.
Fast forward 3
imagine
hours.
me going home to the wife today now and I twist it again. I guarantee
I just pull up at the gate and push you out of the van.
Some fucking bait night, tell you that.
Do you no fucking harm, anyway? Do you no harm, mate?
No, she wouldn't do that. She loves me.
She does. God love her. Come here, we're going to go out here and we're going to nab another participant here for a bit of a chat and a chin wag, right?
Yeah. Sound out.
And we nabbed our next victim, Janelle from Terence Healy Motorcycles. How are you getting on?
Grand.
Well, this is a bit new to you. Everybody gets so nervous when they have to come on a podcast, don't they?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Come here. You have a great stand going over. Tell us, how's things going since you took on the Honda dealership?
Yeah, it's going great. Going brilliant, yeah.
Busy out,
Yeah, busy. Yeah. Everything is good, they're all selling fairly well.
I was looking. I want to get a better look at the new SP, the Hornet out there as well. Gee, it's very hard to get one now, is it?
Very hard, yeah. No, I don't think the next batches. I don't think it's in until October, but I think a lot of them are
sold already.
Yeah.
It is. Christ, Chai, you missed the fucking boat, lad. You missed the boat. The SP Hornets.
Oh, I didn't miss it at all. I seen it. It's lovely.
Yeah. You should have got your order in, lad. You should have got your order in.
No, not just yet.
How long is he up and going? How long has he been selling motorbikes, Terence Healy? You don't know, do you?
No, I do. No, the business is open since probably 2007.
Okay.
So he started selling bikes a couple of years after that.
Yeah.
So he just kind of grew it and grew it and grew it.
He was out in Road. It was set up in
yeah.
Road, yeah. And then he's moved to Tullamore.
Moved to Tullamore, probably going on 3 years in Tullamore now.
Yeah, it's a fantastic place.
Road previous to that, yeah.
Yeah, no, but the facilities just have is absolutely unbelievable in fairness. It's just a cool place to go in and walk around even, you know?
I know, listen, it's a credit to Terence, like he did it.
Well, look, there's 2 years in it.
The backbone now
The
backbone is talking into the mic now.
You have the looks and everything. You're the face of the whole thing.
After just throwing me under the bus, so yeah. I really shouldn't be giving him any praise at all.
No, you shouldn't. No, fuck him. He'll be all right.
No, but only for you. Like, look, every man needs a good woman, and in fairness,
100%.
I think you'll disagree with Janelle.
No, we wouldn't have way about it.
Janelle is the same with me and my wife. Only for her, sure, half the time, boys, I'd be fucking lost. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't know how to even dress yourself, you.
That's the truth.
Fucking
Fry an egg and I burned the cunt thing.
Yeah, that's the fuck. Come here, you're busy with the second-hand stuff as well.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing. That's flat out. Yeah,
Flat out. I just be amazed at like the bikes. Where do you get? How are they so clean?
Terence is just extremely. Anyone that knows him knows he's extremely particular, and he will not take in anything that's
not going to sell.
That's proper clean and proper.
Yeah,
maintained.
because
I
did ask him, and I remember him saying it to me. I says to him before about like the bikes. I said, "How do you get them so clean?" And he was saying like you have a guy that does all the detailing, but he said the key thing is to start off with a clean bike.
You need the clean bike, and like I mean, sure, Janelle, I do go over every so often.
I'd say you have their head wrecked over there. I'd say there's not a drop of Coke Zero left in the place.
No, in fairness, when I go over, the first thing either Terence or Janelle say, tea or coffee or a Coke Zero. So I'm a bit prone to having the tea and a Coke Zero.
And a Coke Zero, I'd say that. These are so
but
lucky.
no, the bikes are mint. Absolutely. Every time I go over, they're fucking mint.
Yeah.
And when I look at mine, and I after putting a lot of love into them.
Oh my God. You wouldn't even put petrol into a Jegan when you stop.
Sylvia.
Poor old Sylvia down cleaning the bikes. Holy Jesus Christ. And come here, big news as well. You're now selling RI helmets and stuff as well. I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's
they're
class.
gorgeous.
They're
fabulous.
lovely. Yeah.
And when you actually see the quality and the build in them, you wouldn't go to a different,
No.
When they were showing me there's videos obviously as well on YouTube and on how they're made and we've got a shell in store as well to come and have a look at it. Like if anyone's thinking about it, we've a shell and it just shows you
what's in them.
Yeah. And you can stand on them, you can
go with the
bounce
fuck.
And you'd be shocked.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked.
Yeah. So there you get what you pay for at the end of the day.
Like they're expensive.
Yeah.
And I always thought
have they got now in flip? Or is it just they're all full face?
All full face, yeah.
We all bought HSE helmets. Now, I have to say, I love them too.
I've got one as well. Love it.
Ours is the modular,
yeah,
do you know?
I'm the same.
Fucking
great.
Brilliant. They're so handy. Jesus Christ, they're glad. Especially if it's like a real hot day. It's nice to just flip it up there for the first little while.
Even going in to fill up petrol or anything like that, not to have to take it off.
Yeah,
but Janelle, the minute we stop, it's flipped up. There's a boot hanging out my mouth. Puff, 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 and away with me.
But it's handy then, and you can just flip it back down and away you go.
And then the because like I'm a fucker, like, and a full face helmet, I don't like it clear, I like a tinted visor until it's night time, then it's a fucking disaster.
Oh, yeah.
Where at least with the modular, you can flip down the black shade, like.
Yeah, the shade is great, isn't it?
Brilliant,
absolutely. Yeah, that's really good.
And they're all set up as well for the intercoms. For the intercoms and all. They're class. Jesus Christ almighty,
And Janelle, do you remember I bought the wetsuits?
Oh yeah, the waterproofs,
The fucking rain that pissed that day we were, and I was delighted. It was the best few pound I ever spent.
Shut up, you lying bastard! You do not know the whinge, moan and complain the whole day. Get this fucking yoke, I'm fucking sweating. They're a pain, but you'll be glad of them.
Necessity at the same time, aren't they?
100%.
Oh yeah, and come here, me new boots were waterproof.
Oh, I had to bring up the fucking boots, you bollocks.
That other hump. The other side went off and paid, I don't know,
360 euro for boats, man.
And we're only about fucking
That was the
half
fucking.
an hour
I blame the
on
fucking. I blame the salesman above the cars. I said, "They're waterproof." Well, there's no such really thing as a waterproof boat. I said, "But kinda." I said, "All right."
Oh, yeah, you kind of should know when you hear it.
Kinda. Yeah, they either are or they fucking aren't.
But he said to me when he went into the water, because we had the comms on, you see, and all here was, "For fuck's sake." I said, "What's wrong with you, Brent?" "Fucking wet feet. Thought these were waterproof." So I went through
I
it
could
and I
hear the
went,
water squelching in between my toes.
I went through it and I went, "Fuck's sake, Janelle was right. These are waterproof." Fuck off. He said, "Fuck off."
I'll tell you, they're a grand pair of boots, or Oxford boots,
Got
aren't
the
they?
Oxford ones,
Yeah,
Great,
geez, they're fucking great, yeah. He's have a great selection of gear as well, you know. If anyone that hasn't been over to Terence Healy's like, Jesus Christ almighty, what is that? Get over there, the bikes, the gear, even if you're not into bikes, I guarantee when you walk in there, you come out seriously considering buying one, you
considering
know?
buying one,
You
yeah.
will,
The amount of
100%.
people, that could come in and go, oh, actually,
Yeah.
this is,
Oh, that's class. Like, what are you riding? You've got what have you got?
The CB 750, the
Oh,
Hornet.
that's the white and kind of purpley one,
Red
yeah.
one, yeah. White and red, yeah.
That's nice, yeah. How do you find that?
Oh, I love it.
Have you your full
Love it.
license now? Or?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I got my full license last September, yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Gee, delighted.
Oh, Jesus.
No
Great.
stopping her now.
No, so you probably don't get out on the whole people with kids and
no,
work.
like
yeah.
in and out of work now, I'd get.
Would you?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
a good day, I'd go in and out of work on it. But
Yeah, 100%.
Tell
yeah.
the truth now, you're sending Terence for cooking lessons.
Yeah, that'd be the right job. I'm fucking fairness. Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to get out though. It's hard.
I know,
You know
I
when
know.
you've got the two kids and you're going here, there, and
I know.
everywhere. But like,
I know. Are the kids into the bikes?
yeah,
Yeah.
two of them.
I suppose,
Two
how
of
could they
them,
not be now, in fairness?
More
Yeah.
so Anya, I think she'd be more into it than
Really?
she'd go on the the scramblers.
The scramblers
She has
and all.
her KTM and
Oh, yeah. Wicked.
she's just
Yeah.
wants to be on it all of the time.
Does she? Yeah, well, she's
all of
lucky
the time.
she was born into the right family,
I
so
don't know.
it's hard going. It is hard going.
It's hard watching them on it.
I know,
because,
yeah.
You know.
And come here, out with the Hondas, is there any particular big seller? Is there one kind of model that goes? Is it the SP or is there the NTs?
1100
Yeah.
are a great seller.
Great
The
seller.
Trans Am.
Did you automatic?
Oh, you can get automatic and
The manual.
the
Both,
DCT
yeah.
and the manual, yeah.
Yeah, they're a fine bike too.
Gorgeous.
I believe Mr. Wheelie Good TV has one out on loan. He's going
Yeah,
to be
he's
putting
the
some
Z9 or the...
NT, isn't he?
No, he had the NT. Yeah,
Oh, he
he
had
has
the
a
NT.
different one now. He's
Oh, has he?
Kawasaki
Z900.
RS, yeah.
Oh, does he? Yeah. Holy jizz, Christ
he's
almighty.
got that
Yeah.
one out now, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the footage of that, especially
Yeah.
the NT. That'll be right up now. I wouldn't be getting it for a while, but that'll be right up my
Yeah,
alley.
it's
I love all
lovely.
of them,
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, Chad, are a little bit too tall for you. If they had like one of those
The
suspensions, you
Rebels
press the
are
button.
I'm getting a custom step ladder made for me, but lightweight I can carry on my back.
Yeah, no, she said the Honda Rebels are
Rebels, they're
ideal
lovely
for you.
Rebels.
Yeah.
No.
They're actually a great seller.
Are they
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Go away. What size are they? What-
1100 and the 500, yeah.
Oh, go away. They are nice.
Oh,
The black.
1100.
Yeah.
Are they the kind of black? Yeah, they are
Different-
actually
all
nice.
different colours, yeah. They're
They are
lovely.
nice. Yeah, to be fair.
Is
yeah,
there any
yeah.
over there?
The 500 is just sold, so is that still, I think that could be gone as well, yeah.
Go
But
away.
actually that was collected at the weekend, yeah, so that's gone, yeah. But
Gorgeous
That was
bikes,
a lovely
bikes.
orange colour, it was gorgeous.
Oh yeah, sunburn colour. Yeah, and come here. What's the story when you're buying a new Honda? Obviously, you supply full finance. There's finance for any bikes that's
Yeah,
over there. Yeah.
yeah.
And kind of what typical warranty is there with a new Honda?
2 year.
2 year. Okay, so that's
warranty,
great. Yeah.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's a Honda.
It's a Honda. Like, you can't really go too far wrong with them, can you?
You can't. To
Yeah,
be fair,
yeah.
they're absolutely class. I always say like Hondas, they do make some of the best engines that was ever made. You know.
Yeah.
I got an old Honda Farm Quad there a couple of months ago. It had been parked in a field for about 3 years with the carburetor hanging off, with the plug out and the whole lot. I literally brought it in, drained the fuel, put fresh oil in and cleaned the plug. And you wouldn't believe this, first kick away she went. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You wouldn't get that.
Definitely.
You
wouldn't get that in any other
No.
brand, really.
You
Sure, you wouldn't.
No, you definitely wouldn't. No.
No,
Well,
Honda's
sure, that blade of mine, I had my Fireblade lined up for 5 years. And without putting new
it.
battery in it.
Bit more than 5
New-
now, I'd say.
No,
Good
five.
bit more than five, I'd say.
No, 5. And fucking first boom, boom.
Up she goes.
No.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Come
wouldn't
here,
make a mistake.
Is there, what about the CBRs and stuff? Are they a big seller? Are there many lads buying new
there
Fireblades?
is, yeah. We had a new Fireblade go out, I think about a month ago or so, I think it was, yeah.
No way, yeah, that's fantastic,
And
yeah.
they're fabulous.
Gorgeous, yeah, they are,
Jeez,
they are
gorgeous,
fabulous, yeah, 100%. And then obviously with the second-hand bikes, you get finance available on the second-hand bikes as well.
anything from
Yeah,
over 2016.
2016, yeah, you
we
can
do
get
the
finance.
finance on, yeah.
Just a great job too,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
so handy. Like when you're
Yeah.
thinking maybe 20, 30 euros, maybe 40 euros a week for a bike.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure,
you wouldn't get
no price of
coffee
a.
or, you
No.
know, for
You wouldn't
lunch
get
out,
40
sure.
fags for it.
No, honest God,
Yeah.
you're smoking 40 a day, you were.
No, I'm cut down. Sylvie's listening.
He's off them completely.
He's off the
I'm off them from now.
Holy jazz. Well, come here.
Brendan, you're going to get me a bait.
I know, but you could do with a good bait.
Oh, shut your
you know,
mouth.
they could do you no fucking harm.
Well,
These
come
mates
here.
are all in the beer, all right?
What's the story with Mark? What does Mark do?
Fuck all.
Apart from come in and chat for about an hour.
Fuck all, that's what he does.
Mark gives us a good dig out.
Yeah. He's a sound lad,
he
Mark.
is,
Yeah.
He
Good
knows
time
his stuff
for
too.
him,
Yeah. He was telling us that their boys are heading off around Spain and something in a while, aren't they?
Well for them.
Isn't it well for you?
Yeah.
You're too quiet.
I'm
You
way
need to.
too quiet,
You need to fucking. I'm getting Terence in trouble here now, but you need to fucking give him a
They
rap
won't
now.
bring me with them.
No,
Won't
will
bring
you
me.
not?
No, terrible, isn't it?
Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You want to get? I would tell you, I'd have a serious chat with that fella if I was you. Honest to God, I would. 100%. Well, listen, I'm not going to delay you. I know you're very, very busy. I'm not going to delay you anymore. Everybody anybody that's living under a rock, get on to Terence Healy, thmotorcycles.com.
thmotorcycles.ie.
There you go. Have a bit of a look on the website, see some of the unbelievable stock that's in, and if you're in any area at all, call in and have a chat with Janelle and Terence and Mark if he's there. But Mark will be doing fuck all anyway. But yeah, check out what's on over there. Alright, helmets and the whole lot. What do you saying, Cha? Cha'll probably be there as well. He kind of lives over there at this stage, don't you?
On and off.
On and off. Janelle, thanks a million for coming
Thanks
on.
very much.
Thanks very
Really
much,
appreciate it,
Janelle.
alright? And
I'll be
best of
over
luck
for the
future.
coffee and the Coke Zero.
It must be fucking free. Holy Jesus. And we're back with yet another celebrity, Damien Sheridan. How are you getting on, man?
Not so bad, but I wouldn't go as far as saying the whole celebrity.
I don't know, lads.
You're a celeb,
getting
all
there
right.
now. It's getting very, very, it's getting very, just we're paparazzi here now in the hall. We're getting pictures taken in the hall. Come here, how are you getting on? We had a bit of a chat myself and yourself before you sit down and have a chat. GT25, man. Unfucking real.
It went, as far as events go, everything went to plan. As I said, there was a massive amount of planning that went into this. I think it was nearly a year ago we were talking.
Yeah.
And we were kind of in the early planning stages then, but you know, there was a lot of moving parts, and last month, the 12th of June, everything just came together absolutely perfect.
It was unbelievable, yeah. Yes, we're lucky. He's had good weather for the majority of it too.
The majority of it, yeah, over the 3 days. Now, the first day was absolutely glorious. The second day now, the heavens opened, but it didn't dampen the spirits at all. Like, you know, the journey to the second day was from Letterkenny to Tralee.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have the whole West Coast, like,
Stunning.
you know, you're going around by Belbovan and to Sligo, and the scenery and the roads were absolutely fantastic. It didn't dampen the spirits at all, like.
Yeah.
But we had an amazing bunch of people. The plan was to start off with 45 bikers. We were looking for 3 groups of 15 to start in Dublin, just because the geographical locations of the hubs. It would have been too much for a group of 45 to go out of force. But the plan was to divide it down to 3 groups of 15. By the time the event came and people paid up, we were down to 46 bikers,
Yeah.
and I think it was 5 pavilions. So we still had a good bunch of people there. We had 3 groups of 12, and we kicked off on I think it was the 12th of July from John Duffy BMW. They were the headline sponsors. They invested 10 grand in the event, which was absolutely fantastic. Carol Nash Insurance then jumped on board, and out of that then a partnership became between Carol Nash and John Duffy.
Yeah.
So they put a package together now. If you go in and buy a bike off John Duffy, they offer you the insurance,
Go away.
the plans and all the whole lot. So it was great to see, you know, something really
Yeah.
other than what we were doing, there was something, you know, a partnership forming between them. But we set sail on the first day. We travelled, we done the Dublin, we done Mead, and then we ended up finishing up in Letterkenny that night. We stayed in the Mount Ergal Hotel, and we all had like the whole package, including your dinner, your breakfast, everything, like, and everybody just clicked from day one.
Go away.
You know, that evening we'd have a couple of pints in the pub, or let's say a couple.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
May have got a little bit greasy.
The first night's always the word, though. It's always the first night. You know what I mean?
Like, a big thing for me starting was, like, you know, you don't have to like everybody.
Yeah.
But Jesus, have respect for each other.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of way. And that's all it takes. If you don't like somebody, you don't have to give them the time of day, but just don't be a wanker.
Yeah.
So I didn't know half the people that were doing this. I'd never met them before.
Yeah.
So for me, such a diverse bunch of people coming together. Like, we had people come out from the UK and all to do this.
That's unreal.
And there was supposed to be 2 people coming from Germany, but they had to pull out at the last minute.
Yeah.
But for such a diverse bunch of people to absolutely get on like a house on fire over the 3 days, and you know, that's what made it all worthwhile for me. Yeah. But like on the day of the launch as well, we had Kelly Harrington.
Oh yeah.
So she came out to see us off. We had Stephen Kelly from the Hardy Books.
Yeah.
If you know him online.
Yeah, of course.
Talking about his creamy pints.
yeah, absolutely,
So he came down as well, which was fantastic. Like, so there was a great morale starting off anyway, and a great buzz to it. But and then obviously we had Radio Nova broadcasting like PJ Gallagher, Jim McCabe. So look, it was an epic 3 days. We raised a savage amount of money. I think at the moment now it's just kind of shy of €49,000.
Jesus Christ.
That's savage.
That's absolutely unbelievable for a fantastic cause, which I know is one you're close to your own heart and all that stuff as well.
That's it, yeah. Jigsaw, the National Centre.
Oh, the clan boys.
Yeah.
So, it's all good. You know, they received it well. I kind of closed it off on my end now. I don't kind of final presentations to our main sponsors and stuff like that. But the fundraising page does stay open until I think the 25th of this month. So if there's any businesses or anything that wants to get us to our target of 50 grand.
Oh, boys, I'm sure now we could make that happen. I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. So where do they go to jump on the link to throw a few bob?
Just if the I Donate GT or Grand Tour 2025, that'll bring you straight to the fundraising.
Okay,
page.
so I donate Grand Tour 25. They can jump onto that and make a donation.
Listen, any donation, big or small, if it helps us get to the 50 grand, that's absolutely amazing. But look, what we've done at the moment is epic. It's a massive amount of money, a massive amount of effort went into it. And that's not just for me, it's all the people involved in it.
Yeah.
Each of them have to do their own little bit as well.
Yeah.
But it was great. We'll do it again in 2027. It's too much work for me to do it all on my own every year.
Yeah.
So, and I do, the thing about me is, when I take on something, I take it on whole.
Yeah.
And in the sense that if I fuck up, it's my fault. It's not anybody else's fault.
Yeah.
And that's where I like to think talking, people together. What I get out of it is the end result. You know, everybody gets on well.
So basically, you grab the bull by the horns and you go for it.
Yeah, fucking go for it.
That's the job.
No, fair fucking play, man. I was looking. How are you getting on with your new BMW?
Oh, do you know what? I absolutely love it. When I bought it, I never even got to drive it. I got such a good deal on it.
Yeah.
Off Paddy and BMW that I would like to myself. If I don't like it, I could sell it in 6 months and I'll still make a few bob off it. But I went over to buy a GS and I was buying a second-hand GS. And what happened was I was adding on the panniers, I was adding on the navigation bracket, and it was going up and up and up. And BMW accessories aren't cheap, as we all know. And I was like, you know, I could actually buy a brand new Suzuki GT with all the luggage and all for this money.
Yeah.
So Paddy was saying, look, I can do you a better deal on a new one than I can in the second hand. He showed me the RS, he gave me a price I couldn't refuse, and it ended up we bought it there and then.
Beautiful smashing bike. I actually got a look at them when we were over at the bike show in the NEC, and I actually hadn't come across them before. It's not one I was familiar with, and Jesus Christ, man, I have to say they're a beautiful bike. Anybody that's kind of on like the GT market, they should definitely have a look at these. Like,
it's like I was after the GS. That's what I was going after. But then I was kind of always into the sports bikes, because the fourth bike was an R1.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved that. My biggest regret is getting rid of it.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick one up again. It was an 04 one, but it was absolutely immaculate. But to have that kind of balance between the tourer and the sports tourer is absolutely perfect. And I bought all the luggage, I got everything for it. It has everything that I need, and I've fallen in love with it.
Yeah.
To the point now where I'm actually going in next week to have a look at the new 1400.
Go away,
If I like that and we can do the right money again,
you go for that.
I'll pick one of them. I'll probably buy it for the new year. I'll hang off because it's a bit of, I think, a 3-month waiting list.
Yeah, is that the GS 1300?
No, that's the R12.
Oh, the R12, yeah. Because I've said it on this podcast before, right?
Yeah.
And I know Dave Perry's not going to like it. I don't like the look of them new 1300s, man.
But I'm going over. It's coming in. As far as I know, the new RS is coming in this week to BMW, so I'm going over to have a look at it. But look, I was the same when I seen the GS 1300 and I seen the photographs, but I thought the thing looked fucking ugly.
Yeah.
But then when I went in and seen it in person, I was like, you know, it's actually not that bad. And then it kind of started growing. But look, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody has
one,
you know,
100%.
I know the GSA model and kind of it's split the BMW community.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. We've more of the Clon de Gael. Look at these coming in now as well.
That's it.
No, look at.
That run you went on that time, you were turned up back and turned heels, aren't you? The run you done around, the fundraiser, you were ending up back at Terence Healy's, weren't you?
Terence Healy's,
yeah. I went over to Terence that morning at 11 o'clock like a fucking plonker. And I waited till 3:05 and you were late. I swear to God.
I rang Terence and I said, look Terence, I'm going to be about an hour late.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when people are stopping at each location.
Yeah.
I'm saying 20 minutes. And them locations add up to an extra 10 minutes all the way. And next of all, you're an hour behind.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I have to say, Terence Healy and Janelle, they're probably two of the nicest people. Actually, everybody in the motorcycle community is nice. But they're so good to the community. They do a little bit for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, two of the most genuine, sincere people
100%.
I've ever met.
100%. We were the same. Like when we started off this podcast, like you know, people are like, why do we? It's never to make money. We don't charge on for the podcast anyway. But it was just to basically spread, like what yourself is doing with Terence Healy, all different runs, just to spread the news what people are doing. And in fairness, Terence and Janelle were the first to get behind us and they said, look, we're on board, and they give us a few bob to get equipment and stuff. And they're, like you said, two really decent, genuine people. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely.
Look, when you're dealing with them, that sort of people, you know it's somebody you can absolutely trust.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wish them the best. I'm glad to see them get the Honda dealership as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Yeah. We had a look at I had a bit of a look at some of them out there. Oh my God, man, the shopping list is growing by the day.
I think that new Hornet outside, only for it was sold, it was coming home and it was absolutely
gorgeous,
beautiful.
isn't it? It is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So
for that money. That's a lot of bike for that money.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. So we're saying GT27, so there'll be 27. The next one is going ahead.
27. I've already kind of confirmed the sponsors again. Joe Duffy are back on board. Carol Nash want to do it again. We're gonna. Like I try making it a little bit different every year. Like the first year I went from 2 bikers, next year I went to 8 bikers, now it's 36 bikers, and we're talking about 60 bikers. But I'm thinking of doing it the bank holiday weekend, the same weekend the Killarney Bike Festival.
Oh yeah.
So I might try and work our second day like we do end up in Tralee. So I might work the days a little bit different that we can actually link in with the
Bike Fest.
Bike Fest.
That'll be unbelievable,
but look,
man.
that's in my head at the moment. I haven't spoken anything about that. The mind's always racing.
But we can put you in contact with the organisers down there. We've had them on and stuff, and I'm sure they'd be absolutely delighted to get on board. But that's a great idea, to be fair, because it's a huge weekend, you know what I mean? And you link up to two, like it's brilliant, absolutely. Well, listen, keep doing what you're doing, man. Massive fucking success to you, absolutely delighted for you, and €49,000 going to a fantastic cause.
Not so bad for a fat fella from Talent. But I was just saying to Chad there, I feel like I'm in the presence of fucking fame there right now. I've heard this voice, I've seen these pictures online, but I've never actually sat down with the maestro himself. So it's an absolute pleasure.
The pleasure's all ours, man.
There's my hand and there's my heart, my old son.
Yeah, the pleasure's all ours, man, and we'll get you on again and keep us posted for TT27, won't you?
Thanks for everything, lads. Have a great day.
Lovely stuff, Damien. Thanks a million, man. Cheers. And we're back, lads. We're back with a busy afternoon there judging the old bike show.
Yeah, some lovely bikes in there now.
Absolutely fucking smashing bikes in it, otherwise. Some of the customs, some of the paint jobs, absolutely top class. Top class.
Yeah.
They're announcing the winners there now, so well, we can say who we picked anyway because it'll be live by the time that's out. But we had to definitely when it comes to the classics, there's an RGV 250 in there, man, and it just stuck out above everything else, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, she did. She stuck out good, yeah.
She did, man. She's an absolute beauty. Couple of lovely sports bikes. Of course, the Ducati V4 had to take that just because it is what it is, and it's just so clean and beautiful, man. You know.
A couple of nice blades.
Yeah. Yeah.
The booze,
The Booza, yeah, absolutely. There's an R7 in there, it's nice and tidy too.
Yeah.
And then of course we had the as regards the best custom was the
And the 12.
For our chart the green and white Harley.
Oh, the green white Harley, that's
Jesus
right.
Christ, man, that was absolutely class.
Yeah.
A couple of great bikes, an absolutely fantastic event. Massive hats off to all the crew at Kildare Biker Spins and Meets for pulling it off. I hope to God this is going to become an annual thing. Because genuinely, hand in heart, it's probably one of the best days out of any motorbike show or anything.
Absolutely. And
you know,
sure, just today.
We've a listener here. We've a listener
today
here
as well. So you know,
celebrity. That's the small fella. That's the cha. No, him. Not impressed. There's a disgruntled listener there now giving out because Chad doesn't like the RSVs. Fuck's sake, Chad. But no, again, hats off to everybody that's involved in it. Class show. Savage bikes. Great to see the community getting together. Massive fair play to Moorfield GA as well for allowing them to use the place. Have to say their facility here is absolutely spotless. It's an absolute credit to them. An absolute credit to them. I think we're going to wrap it up, Chad, and we're going to go home and have a few old tins. I think. Well, I am
think
anyway.
So yeah,
It'd
I
be
need an cure, but jeez, I need a cure.
Yeah, you're still a bit seedy.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, but you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Let's have to fucking sit with you in the van on the way home.
I'll be alright Tuesday.
You'll be alright by Tuesday, next Tuesday. Folks, we're going to wrap it up there. We're going to leave us with a chat we had with the one and only Guy Markham, an absolute legend. Again, you'll hear his full story and how you can get in contact with him and how you can follow him. And I'd urge everybody to do so. And again, if there's anything you want mentioned about or talked about on the podcast, give us a shout. You get us, of course, on our Facebooks, Instagrams, TikToks, emails, the whole job lot. The podcast now is all over.
Shindig.
The whole shindig. The podcast now again is on YouTube for people as well. And that's about the whole lot
And
of
for
it.
our listeners, we'll be back on next Friday morning.
Next
as
Friday
usual.
morning. Yeah, we've a new listener. I have to give a shout out to him as well. He's a man I knew from years ago. John Mercy is listening to the podcast and joining us. So John, hope you're keeping well, buddy, and we'll get out for a spin with you shortly.
Fair play.
Sinead, we'll wrap it up there.
That'll do you, brother, yeah.
Okay, folks.
Head her for home.
Over now, so for episode 42. We'll see you all next week.
Folks, just before we do bring it,
Folks, I'd like to give a massive welcome to Guy Markham. Welcome to the Motorcycle Hour podcast, man. How are you?
He was having some issues with internet.
Get on, boys. Doing very well.
Bear with
Thanks
us,
for inviting me on. Really appreciate it.
Without further ado,
we've been trying to nail you down for a very long time, to be fair, Guy.
Yeah, I can only apologise. So I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. My old job had me traveling around quite a lot. And when I first started doing this, like for the first couple of months, I was like, this is brilliant. Like I could just be in my caravan and make silly videos at home. And
living the dream.
I don't have to go anywhere. And now so this year I've been in my house, or well, my caravan, a total of 1 month. And I think we're in July now. So yeah, it's tricky to get me at the minute.
Yeah, but look, it's not a bad complaint, I suppose. It's not a bad complaint. You are what we call living the dream, man. If we could all,
you couldn't get much better than the way you have things set up there, Mark.
No, definitely not, man. Definitely. So come here.
Very happy to be busy.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. So I suppose for our listeners that's living underneath a stone that hasn't heard or is not a member of the I Am Guy Markham Instagram page or TikToks or so on and so forth, give us a bit of an introduction. Give us a little bit about yourself, Guy. How did you become the internet success that you are?
Well, for a start, thank you very much. I don't think of it as that overblown, to be honest. Although when I do go to events, obviously I met you guys at the NEC Motorcycle Live last year. It's only when I go to those events that I realise that there is actually that many people watching stuff. It's still very strange. It takes some getting used to. But yeah, so this all came about because my previous job, I used to. I've done more than 10 years actually of private security work, and for the last 3 years of that career, I was working in the film industry. And just as I decided to switch roles, I switched to the locations department because the top end payment was better. Security in the film industry is not glamorous. You get there before everyone, you leave after everyone, you get paid less than everyone. But every now and then you get to do something a bit cool, so it's good fun. But yeah, I just switched to locations, and I'd taken a 50% pay cut to go and try my hand at another side of the industry.
Yeah.
And the first job I did was just before the writers' strike came. So you might remember in 2023, 2023, there was a big writers' strike. Basically, almost everything stopped being made in the States and England for a while. There's a big hiatus on any productions. So all the work dried up. And at the time, I was like, oh, well, it'll come back. I've got a little bit squirreled away. I'll just chill out on the farm. I've got this beautiful place. I don't pay a lot to be here. And I was like, it's summertime. I'll enjoy myself. And I started making silly videos and sending them to my friends as just a bit of a joke. And there was one that I did while I was at WOMAD Festival with my wonderful friends from Steampunk Coffee Company. We sell coffee to people at festivals. It's a great way to go to festivals. And effectively, I mean, I call them my friends nowadays, but they started off as my friends' kids. Saw one of my videos and they said, oh, that's really funny. You should put that on TikTok. And I was like, I'm 36. I don't have TikTok. I don't think anyone's interested in my nonsense. And then I realized that no one else I knew had TikTok. So I was like, well, I could do this and completely save any embarrassment if this all turns out to be rubbish. So I put a couple of videos on there and they hit. And then someone shared one of them to Instagram, an account called Lucy Rides, who I'm eternally grateful for, because it just went bananas. So I started sharing stuff on Instagram. And, fast forward 2 years, I ride on the press fleet for, I've ridden for Triumph, Royal Enfield, Harley Davidson. I'm now working with the amazing Austin Vince. I've never been to the ABR before I started doing this. Last year, I was a guest of Triumph. This year, I went with Austin to promote his trail riding experiences. And like 1 out of 5 people there knows who I am. It's really weird.
Oh man,
but it's great fun.
All in the space of about 2 years, really. Like,
yeah, it's like when I first started, there was a massive jump. When I first started, I went from like 500 followers to 50,000 followers in the space of about 6 months. Yeah, it was a lot to take on because it was just weird. I wasn't expecting it. And it's been like I've had to learn a lot of lessons along the way. But I know other people. Fortunately, I've become friendly with other content creators who have also been through the same thing, and it's really good to sort of bounce this stuff off of them, because you find yourself in a bit of a weird situation where there's certain conversations that are really difficult to have if people don't understand what it's like to go through it. So fortunately, the biker community of people doing this kind of stuff, like making things for Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, they're for the most part a really supportive bunch. I've made so many good friends through doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, it is. We've always said it. We've championed it on this. It is a great community. It's a very close knit community. There's not as much. What would you say? Within other sports, there's an awful lot of, not an awful lot, but everyone seems to be. If someone's trying to do well, or even with the podcast here, people get behind it. There's an awful lot less negativity from people, I think, that you probably would see with other sports and hobbies and stuff. But yeah, it is. I stumbled across you on TikTok probably around 23, I'd say, and straight away I was sharing it to Ross and everybody else. I was like, this lad is a fucking legend.
Yeah. I think the first one I saw where you were taking the bit of the mick out of some fella that was, oh, you got to live healthy, do this, and I think you were running topless through a field and saying, "No, you don't. Have a great time."
So that was one of the huge things of my account. It's got nothing to do with motorbikes, but that was one that really accelerated the account. Because it's tricky with a lot of this stuff. They sort of say, "Oh, you should stay in a niche," and like most of the people who watch me are into the bike stuff, but I like making other silly videos, and that one really was just like, because he wasn't necessarily being overly preachy, and I found out later on he'd actually stolen his speech from another creator.
Fuck him then.
Yeah.
He talked to me and was quite friendly about it and just said, "Hey man, can you give me some credit for this as well? Because your video's gone massive." I was like, "Yeah, no problem, dude." That's the core essence of that was literally just like, I'm not interested in making fun of other people for what they enjoy. Like, it doesn't affect me if someone else enjoys a thing that I don't. Like, I have no interest in football. I know loads of people who love football and think it's great. I find it completely boring. I don't walk around going, people who watch football are fucking idiots. It's like, no, it's just, that's your thing. Like, my thing's bikes and festivals and living like this.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think we'd be the same. I'd have absolutely no interest in football, and I wouldn't watch it if they were playing out there. I went to a Liverpool game when I lived in Australia, and I reckon it was the worst 90 minutes of my life. But that aside, you know, exactly, if you're into football, whatever you're into, you're into. If you're not doing any harm to anybody else, fucking knock yourself out, man. I wouldn't give a shit.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I think that those are the only sort of people who I mean, I don't even go after people. If I do make something making fun of someone else, it's usually because I think that they've come off with a bad take, and I always try and do it in a way where I'm not being nasty to them. It's like, I'll make fun of them and try and make it funny, but it's like, hey, look, have you just considered that it might be fine for people to do what they want to do? And again, exactly like you're saying, as long as you're not harming someone else. There was one video I did of a guy. He's out in America somewhere, and he's holding up an engine, and he's saying like, oh, if you didn't build the bike yourself, you can't ride it. You need to know everything about your machine. You need to do this. And I'm like, what, did you just fall out of the womb being a fucking genius mechanic? No, you didn't. You're like, most people don't know how to build a motorbike before they've got on a motorbike. Like, I've learned all my mechanics pretty much as a result of being on the internet. My skills before, when I started doing these videos, my early videos were about the fact that I was a crap mechanic, and now I work with the amazing machine shop, who I think you guys might have come across at the NEC.
we saw them there. Yeah.
So at that show, we set a new world record for the fastest deconstruction and reconstruction of a functional motorbike on stage in front of over 1,000 people. We did it in 3 minutes and 16 seconds. And everyone on that stage, with the exception of Bob, who's the founder of the machine shop, who's an absolute genius, everyone on that stage except for him had all learnt their skills at the machine shop, which is just this. It's a workshop that runs like a gym. You just pay a membership, you go in. So if you're like, oh, I want to get better at doing my maintenance, or if you're like, oh, I know a lot, but I want to build a custom bike and I don't know enough for that. In the same way that you go to a gym because you can't afford to have all the weights and all that stuff in your house, you go to the machine shop because they've got everything. They've got a plasma cutter, they've got a machining bench, they've got a drill press, they've got powder coating rooms. They've got everything you need.
That's
I've learned so much from that place.
Fantastic idea.
What an idea, man. That is a class idea. That is class.
It's incredible. It's probably the thing that I'm proudest of being associated with as a result of all this. And that was literally as a result, although funnily enough, Bob, the first video he saw was of me running, the same guy that you just mentioned. And in that video, I'm screaming about the fact that if he would like to come and take some acid with me and have a good time, he might enjoy it. Just like, my kind of guy. But yeah, so I've gone from being a poor mechanic to now being on a world record holding mechanics team. It's pretty amazing.
That's unbelievable, man. Jesus, it's amazing what TikTok, and do you know what I mean? Taking that first step, and I'm sure, like posting the first video, you were kind of like, "Oh, fucking, what way is this gonna go?" And sometimes you just have to take the risk, I suppose, don't you? Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in some ways I've been quite lucky, as I get very little negative feedback, and when I do, I tend to find it funny. It's just like it's another chance to sort of stretch your comedic muscles a bit and see if you can think of a funny response to someone. There's none that have really got under my skin. I see other creators who like get quite upset about the negative comments they get, and some of them get a lot of them, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, jealousy. Jealousy is a lot.
That will be a lot of it. Yeah, 100%.
That's a big part of it. I know some of my friends who've got even bigger accounts get. Obviously, the bigger account you've got, the more negative stuff you're going to get back, just because you're dealing with a wider range of people. But yeah, it's like sometimes it gets to them a bit, but at the end of the day, it all drives engagement, and it doesn't stop you enjoying whatever you're enjoying. So I'm like, if people want to say negative things about my videos, knock yourself out. Like, I don't think all of them are brilliant. I think some of them are crap, but some people enjoy them.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. That's what it's all about. So, how did you start off on bikes? Like, you know, because obviously we kind of joined you when you had already started your biking career. So how long have you been on bikes, and what got you started?
Well, I had a bit of a long gap because I first learnt to ride bikes while I was living in Thailand in my mid-20s. I was doing a building conversion for a friend of mine. And obviously in Thailand, especially back then, you didn't necessarily need a license, and I didn't have one.
From the sound of things, I still think you don't.
Yeah, no, I went back there about 5 years ago, and yeah,
Hasn't changed.
it's fine. But and it's cheaper to hire. Half the time I was just on little twist and goes, like mopeds. But I suddenly had a freedom that I hadn't had before, the ability to good place to learn, because you either get good or you don't get the opportunity to get good. And any time that I wasn't working, I was just out on the bike trying to find a new road in the mountains, trying to do something. At one point, I did on a Honda Click, which is a 125 moped. I once rode that from Chiang Mai to the Burmese border and back in a single day because I'd stayed there so long, my visa had expired. And you used to have to get this bus that would take you up to the border, and you basically walk into Burma, you get your passport stamped, and you walk back out. So one day I've missed the bus. I've gone, shit. So I ran to the bike hire place that I usually go to, and I was like, hey guys, I need a bike, like now. Mr. Guy, we have these. And he pointed me at the Honda Clicks, and I was like, all right, I guess that's what I'm taking then. So 7 tanks of fuel, and about 600 miles later, I think it was a 14-hour round trip. My ass was completely numb at the end of it. I could barely walk. But yeah, so I rode this tiny moped all the way to the most northern, well, one of the most northern points of Thailand.
Jesus Christ, man, that's an experience and a half.
That is a road trip and a half.
Yeah, that was. I think that's what started my love of long distance travel.
Jesus.
Yeah, I went nearly 10 years after that without getting back on a bike, and then at the start of COVID, I was doing security for homeless shelters in Brighton around the early 2020s. The late 20-teens rather. So I knew the client base quite well, and when COVID started, I was approached by my manager, and he's like, "Hey, we're going to be running the Everybody In scheme." Actually, the first thing he said, because I'm a bit of a, I don't know what the right word is. I'm a bit of an idiot or a lunatic, depending on how you look at it. When COVID first started, I went and got a brand new air rifle, and I loaded up a go bag that I had a machete and several bottles of water in. And in my head, I was like, if this is the apocalypse, I'm walking back to Cornwall. Because I was living in Brighton at the time. And I was like, I don't want to be in a populated city if like society collapses. So I was basically watching the news and timing out. I was like, if this is the end times and all the water's going to get cut off and the electricity's going to cut off and there's going to be chaos in the streets, I'm going to go off into the wilderness. I'm going to walk back down to Cornwall, and I'm going to make sure that everyone I care about is safe and be safe on the farm that I live on. And unfortunately, it was the world's most boring apocalypse. So I got a phone call from my boss as I was fiddling with my bag and debating whether the day.
We're just losing you a little bit there, in and out. But I think we're all good. I think we're back running there.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, well, we got you.
Possibly not.
Have you there now?
We have you there now, I think. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I don't know if you want to edit this out, but once again, I'll just say one and say me when you hear it. So 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah. I think you're putting way too much faith in our editing skills there, Mark.
Leave it in. It's fine. I'm not fussed. So yeah. Anyway, long story short, I ended up running unit for the most high risk clients in Brighton. So not high risk of COVID, but really difficult clients, homeless clients. But I knew most of them because I've been working with them for a few years. And because I was classed as an emergency worker, I could apply for my CBT. And this was back in the days of 2 weeks to flatten the curve and all that nonsense. So
Yes.
I was like, right, I'll get my CBT, and by the summer I'll be on a bike. Well, I got my CBT, and then everything passed, and all the all the testing centres were backed up for months. So I started working film security. I started running teams while I was still on my L plates. So I would turn up all 6'3" and 20 stone of me on a Keyway Superlight 125 with L plates on as the head of security for Netflix and ITV productions. so by the time I sat my big boy license, I'd done over 10,000 road miles.
Jesus Christ, man! On a little Keyway 125. Jesus Christ!
No, the Keyway only lasted about 2,000 miles. The best 125. I blew the clutch out of it twice. The best 125 I had was the Matakita. That was a great little bike. It's a 17-litre fuel tank on a 125 engine, great big chunky tyres. And you could it had a range of about 400 miles. It was brilliant. I absolutely loved it.
I think when I was looking at first getting into bikes, I think I mentioned the Keyway Superlight to Brendan, and he said, Ross, if you buy that, he said, I'd rather see you burn the money and throw it into a bin than buy a Keyway Superlight.
Yeah, well,
he was not wrong.
No, you're similar in size and stature too, Ross. You wouldn't have just looked right on a fucking Keyway, man. 100%.
No.
Definitely.
It looks like a toy bike. Yeah, it's definitely like, you know, if you're 16 years old and you're not a particularly big guy, that bike will look right on you. It'll actually look like a cool little bike. The actual engine itself, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, any sort of cheap and cheerful 125s aren't going to blow anyone's minds away anyway. Those bikes are there either for long-term use in a lot of Asia, or there for people as a stepping stone to get their full license.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So when you moved off that, when you eventually got your full license, was the Tiger? Was that your first purchase then after that?
Yeah, I bought that 2 days after I passed.
Tiger buddies.
You can't beat the Tiger, man. I've the mine's old. I've got the 2007, the 1050 Triumph Tiger.
I've never ridden the 1050, and Machine Shop Bob tells me that's his favourite Tiger, and I should really try and get a hold of one at some point.
I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, man.
Everyone says it's the nut, but 100 XCX, and I to go and test ride a 1200 Explorer 2016.
Oh yeah,
miles on it, and I could afford that bike. And I walked into the dealership, took that out for about an hour, and I came back and I was like, it's really fucking heavy. And because of the power and weight distribution, there was quite a delay on it. There was a real delay on the throttle, and there was a real delay on the brakes. You had to think a lot further ahead for all of your actions. And also going from 125 to a bike that size is a huge step up. I've ridden the newer 1200s, totally different bike, but slow on it. And then I got back after riding it for an hour, and I saw the XCX sat there, and it was twice the price.
Holy shit.
That one then. And you'd think it was salesman's patter, but it was a brand new bike when I looked at it. And he said, well, it's only got 1,200 miles on it. Some bloke bought it 3 years ago, and he bought it back in a couple of days ago saying he just doesn't use it. So it's like basically a new bike that's just been broken in. And I was like, oh, well, I'm already signed off on your test ride insurance. Can I take that one out and see what it's like? And he went, you won't like that one. Now you've been on the 1200. That'll feel underpowered. And I was like, no, give me a go anyway. I got 5 minutes up the road, and I was madly in love with that bike. I was like, this thing's and like it's got nearly 60,000 miles on it. Now, well, I don't know how many miles it's got on it because I broke the ABS cable a couple of years ago. It hasn't tracked miles. So I've had no rider aids, no tacho for over 2 years, and I do a lot of miles. So I'm estimating it's in the 60,000. I absolutely love that bike. There is I said the other day, I've got friends that it's like, I think everyone's got their like perfect bike or favorite bike. I'm really lucky in that I already own my favorite bike, but because it's my favorite doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be someone else's. Everyone's a little bit different. Someone who's half my size will hate that bike, but for me, it's just the right amount of power for having a bit of fun off road and still being light enough. You know, I'm a big guy; I can move it around. But also, like, it just fits me. It just fits right, and also the triple engine, man. I tell anyone who hasn't ridden a triple, it's like you've got to try it because you've got power everywhere.
Absolutely.
You can screw up on a turn, slow. Like, say you come into a corner, you see a hazard, you slow down, and you open 1,000 revs in third. You turn that throttle, and it's you right up. It's solid.
They are. I'm the same. This is my fourth Triumph, and it's not even. I've said this before. It's not even that I'm a massive Triumph fan, but I just always end up going back to Triumphs. My first Triumph was the 955 Daytona. I owned that when I was in Australia. Absolutely loved that bike. That was just a beautiful, beautiful bike. Then I came home. I had an ST 1050. I had two of those actually. Another great bike. Absolutely loved them. They're heavy, but I loved them. You just couldn't kill them. They were just smooth, ticked all the boxes. And then this Triumph Tiger came up for sale. A mate of mine was selling it. He bought it. It just wasn't for him, and I just fell in love with it straight away. And I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm having it." And I've done a good bit of riding myself and Ross. We did the Wild Atlantic Way a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago.
100,000 miles on it, and he just loves it.
Yeah, no, they're brilliant, man. I went on to a forum there because there's 70,000 kilometers on mine, and I was kind of thinking, geez, that's a bit high. But I went on to one of the forums on Facebook the other day, and there's people with 200,000 miles on them, and they're still going strong. So I'm like, oh, I'm keeping it. Fuck it.
Yeah, that engine's bulletproof. I haven't had to do anything inside it yet. I am going to sort the valve clearances out at some point because every now and then it doesn't want to turn over straight away. But other than that, like, yeah, it's solid. And I've been kicking the shit out of that bike for 4 years. Like, anyone who looks at it is like, that's been used properly. I'm actually tomorrow night. Actually, is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, I'm actually releasing a new YouTube video. I've only just really started going into YouTube, and that is the story of all the different things I've done to the bike. So some are modifications, some are quick fixes. It's just basically held together with hopes and dreams and a lot of metal zip ties.
Zip ties save everything, man.
Zip ties and duct tape.
Like, to be fair to you, you're great. You're a great champion for all weather riding. Like, you will go out in anything.
With your guy.
Oh, sorry, boys. I lost you there for a second. Go again.
Sorry, no. What I was saying was that you're a great champion for like all weather riding. You will just go out in any type of weather, rain, hail, or snow.
Yeah, it's like I kind of did it more out of necessity rather than just being a total badass. I don't own a car, so it's more that I have no option. But I need to get somewhere. So back when I was doing the film stuff, I think the worst ride I ever did was a blizzard -5 overnight, London to Bristol, and that was absolutely horrible. We left London at 10 p.m. So you got to get out of London way down to Bristol, and it was just sideways sleet, freezing rain. I think that was the day my heated grips died, and I was every hour to load up on hot chocolate. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's that famous, I believe it's a Scottish saying, there's no such thing as bad weather, there's only the wrong clothing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Skin is waterproof. Always remember that, lads. Yeah,
we're not made of sugar.
Well, that's I think the other thing that I tougher than we actually live in the Western world.
You there with your guy?
Self to being a bit uncomfortable, and you can make every consideration to make those bad experiences positive. So try and have good wet weather gear. I've got the sheepskin on my bike, which means I can sit on it for hours and hours longer than most people can. Like, that really helps with the comfort. If you'll allow me a quick cheeky plug, my friend Matt makes. I think he's the only guy in England who makes custom-fitted sheepskin motorcycle covers. He was the first person who ever wanted to work with me, and he reached out to me, and he was just like, "Hey," because I've done a video with a sheepskin in it. And he was like, "Hey, just seen you doing this. I've just started a business where I make sheepskin covers for motorbikes. You interested in working together?" And we're, a year and a half into that now, and it's by far and away the most success I've had with promoting a product. And I always love it when someone comes up to me at an event. It's like, "Oh, I got one of your sheepskins. They're brilliant. Fucking ride for hours on that thing."
But I was wondering, man. I've seen it on your bikes and stuff, and I was thinking, I was like, Jesus Christ, does it make much of a difference? Because I suppose there wouldn't be everybody's cup of tea, And I was wondering, I was like, how much of a difference can that really make? But you reckon it's a serious job?
Massive difference. So, like I say, I do a lot of long distance because I'm up and down the country a lot. So I travel between Cornwall and Hinckley a lot, and you can do it if you're being a bit naughty. You can do it in about 4.5 hours. But I like to take the back roads and enjoy the day, make a day of it. So I'll do it in 6 or 8 hours and find some fun roads. And you can sit on that for so much longer. You don't get so much saddle sore. What it is the wool itself allows for more circulation because you're on something so soft. So you've got more blood going into yourself. As you move around on the saddle, you're not getting rub from the saddle itself. When it's cold, it's an insulation. When it's warm, it's extra airflow. Like, they're brilliant. Like, I only take it off my bike when I wash the bike.
Jesus Christ. And is there much to fit in it? Does it literally just fit over your existing seat, or?
So my one's custom fitted, which again you can get from Matt at Motor Covers. If anyone's listening to this and they're interested, go to my Instagram. There's a button at the top that says Moto Covers on it. You get a 10% discount as well. But that is so mine's completely custom fitted to the seat. He does these like universal pads that you can just put them on, tie them underneath the saddle. But I would definitely recommend getting custom fitted because there's less chance of it shifting around. My old one, which I put on the press bikes now, is literally just a straight up sheepskin that's been cut and pressed, and that's how it is. And I just shove it under the ridges in the saddle to keep it in place. The longest journey I've ever done in a single run was a friend of mine invited me to a festival in Germany, a guy called Boris, absolutely wonderful guy. He took me up, he said, "Oh, come to this thing in Germany with me." And I went up there and I had to get back in a single day so I could be at MotoGP with the machine shop. So I rode from northern Germany to Hastings in one run. It was about 16 hours. And I don't think I would have done that without the sheepskin.
Jesus Christ, man, that is fucking hardcore. Fucking
I told you I like long distance.
Jesus, I'll tell you would not fit in with some of the lads we ride with, man.
No,
there's a guy. If you listen to the podcast, you hear us talking about the chat on the podcast all the time, and he is the big. I'm calling it. He's the biggest bitch, man. If you ride for more than an hour,
he's also, he's the shortest,
the shortest, biggest bitch. If we ride for more than an hour, man, he gets so cranky. He's like a child, man. He's just not into it at all. And
tell him to get a sheepskin. Then that'll sort him right out.
It might sort him out, man. I don't think it'll take more of a miracle.
Put a sheepskin on the booster for him,
yeah. I don't know if he'd be on for it.
I mean, I don't understand it. Like, the whole point. Like, most people, for me, it's my everyday vehicle because, like I say, I don't even have a car license, let alone a car. But like, most people have bikes as a leisure vehicle. It's their fun vehicle. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I want to spend as much time as possible on my bike. So anything that lets me spend a longer amount of time on it, fucking go for it.
Yeah, dead right.
I agree. I often there's often times you could be trying to organize a run somewhere, be it to one of the races, or it could be we're doing different bits and pieces throughout the year, and some lads will often say, "Well, we just go up in the cars." I'm like, "Well, what is the point in having a fucking motorbike in the shed?" Do you know what I mean? I'm afraid in case it rains. If it rains, it rains. It's not the fucking end of the world, like.
So I had this experience, and I'm not going to knock anyone again. Like I said, if that's what you enjoy, fair enough. But so last year was the first time I went to the ABR, and I got there and I had my hammock and my tarp with me because that's what I usually travel with. And I thought, it's the Adventure Bike Rider Festival. They'll have a field for hammocks, presumably. And I got there and I found out it's first of all the trees are protected, so you can't put anything on the trees. I was like, all right. Well, I've got the tarp, and my mate was there with me, and he had he had bought his van, 2 tents, and he had his bike in the back of the van. And he said, I've got a spare tent. And I was like, it's 9:30. I'm not putting up a tent now. And I got my tarp, slung it over the bike. And I was like, I'll be fine. And he was just like, that's mad. And I was like, I thought I woke up. He turned around to me and went, you're fucking mental, you are. I was like, oh.
Are you there, Guy?
It's fine. And he was just like, that's like, I've never seen anyone do that before. And I was just like, I assumed that half the people in this field would be doing that when you called it the Adventure Bike Riding Festival. And unfortunately, the stereotype of the ABR, and again, I love the event, I love meeting the people there, but the stereotype of the ABR is turning up on a spotless GS with road tyres on it, and then going and listening to people talk who do interesting thing. And my whole thing is those people standing on the stage telling you about these amazing stories and adventures they have. They're not getting up there and saying, I'm better than you. I'm just a human as well. Like, you can do this too. There's nothing stopping you. And I don't personally like the term influencer because it's got a lot of negative connotations to it. But if I could influence people to do anything, it's to go out and have adventures. Like, go and have some fun. Go put yourself in a difficult situation.
Absolutely.
Strap a few days worth of clothes to your bike. If you've got some free time, pick a destination on your map and take some roads you've never done before. Like, find something.
Yeah.
No, dead right.
Absolutely. Right. We do a thing over here now. It's not to those extremes, Randall, but it's called the Irish Photo Rally. I'm sure you probably have similar over there in the UK, but it's basically every year they'll pick 24 pints, and it could be an old historical pint, could be something, a geographical pint of some sort of significance, and they plot them out on a map, and you've got to go find these pints and get a picture of your bike at. But the best thing about it is it just brings you down these fucking back arse roads in the middle of nowhere that you'd never be on in a million years. Do you know what I mean? Only for you're trying to find some old ruin of a castle, or do you know what I mean? A plaque dedicated to somebody.
100%.
It's fucking brilliant.
I haven't announced anything about this publicly yet because I haven't got the idea fully formed. But I'm working on building something like that myself, either for England or maybe even Europe, of like having specific points from like that I've traveled to, like certain places in Slovenia, Germany, and that. It's like, see if you can get a group of people who are willing to go off on a mad rally. Although I did do an event recently, so I mentioned Austin Vince earlier, who is another person I'm really proud to be working with. What he does is brilliant, and a few other people have stolen his format now. But as far as I know, he's the original guy doing this, at least as an event in the format he does it. And the way he runs it is incredible. So I just got back from this event in Spain, on dirt bikes in the Spanish mountains, and you're not allowed to use your phone or GPS. So it's all map reading. And you go and get these caches. He's spent years going around these amazing areas he does out there. And some of them are little aluminium tags he's screwed to a tree. Some of them are like, there'll be a plinth on a statue. And you've got a book that you have to go through, and it'll be like, what do the last to say, like it ends with ES. You put ES in your book, and you go and score points by doing that. You do it in teams, and it's this great way of getting people not only to go and do mad shit on bikes, because you have to do some pretty crazy trails to go on there. Like I did, that's the most. Like I knew that I'd ridden off road enough to never say to anyone I knew how to ride off road, and that like made me appreciate on a whole nother level just how little I knew, but how much I learned on that event. And I had a great team with me, guys from the machine shop. And the whole idea is, rather than it being this packaged tour that you go on, it comes with training for map reading and off-road skills, but then you're just given this playground that he spent years creating to go off and have fun in. So it's just like, here, right, we've taught you how to map read, we've taught you a bit of off-roading, go and take your team and just fuck off and have fun for 3 days. So you're not being dragged around by the nose. It's absolutely amazing. I'd highly recommend it to anyone.
That'd be wicked, yeah. Stuff like that. That's top class. That's I live for stuff like that, man. To be honest with you, I used to go up with the motocross and stuff, and there is an element of off road with a bike. It doesn't have to be too extreme, but it's just a whole other element. And yeah, something like that now could really, really, really take off, man. That'd be
Yeah,
fucking
that'd be great. Yeah,
class. As I say, with the photo rally in Ireland, it's been on the go for over 20 years. But definitely in the past, like this year alone, I'd say is one of the biggest years. Everybody seems to be doing it, and it's class to see it. Like lads that your stereotypical lad that has a motorbike, has it in the shed, takes it out 3 times a year, might just go out to the shops and go.
Yeah.
Now lads are taking it out, they're buying panniers, they're putting them on it. There's groups of mates getting together and they're going away, maybe staying a night, a B&B somewhere, a few pints, up the next day and out and a few more photo pints. It's just after bringing a massive community of people together, because in motorbikes can be, in some ways, depending on what you're into, it can be like, it can be kind of a sport that you can be segregated in, if you know what I mean. If you're not in a club or a group,
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
It can be,
you don't see it often.
It can be very
but I
solo.
know, yeah, there's. I don't understand being insular with bikes, because one of the things that I found. So I never used to go to bike events before I did this, but one of the things I found about bike events is they are an amazing equalizer. Like, it doesn't matter like who you are, what race, gender, sexuality, how much money you earn, anything like that. It's just what you're riding, what have you done on it. Like, that's what people care about. And that's all most people want to talk about at those events. I went to the Rocket 3 launch anniversary with Triumph last year. So they had an airstrip and they had a load of Rocket 3s, and it was a meeting for the owners. But they had a couple of spare ones, and invited a few people like myself who do some internet stuff to go and run them up these runways. And I was easily the most skint person there. Like, I turned up on that particular week. I hadn't been able to, I can't remember, it was my insurance or something, or I had something broken on the bike and I couldn't afford to make it run. So I turned up to a Triumph event on a Royal Enfield press bike that I'd managed to wangle, which I think displeased a few people, and then was given this Rocket 3 to shoot up a runway. I'd never ridden one before. Absolutely. Totally pointless. Like, the only reason to own a Rocket 3 is because you can afford to own a Rocket 3. But they're an amazing piece of technology. I'd love to get a hold of one, take it through Germany, jump on the autobahn with it, really open it up. But I got chatting with a few people there, and there was one guy in particular I remember, a really interesting guy. He bought a second Rocket 3 because he was converting it to look like an old school British racing car. It was an amazing little garage project he had going on. And he was a helicopter mechanic or something. And everyone I spoke to was like very high up in industry. Most of the people there were 50 plus, had a good bit of money behind them. All they wanted to talk about was bikes. That's like, there was no sort of shunning because of people's backgrounds or where they're from. It was literally just, it's like, oh, cool. Like, have you seen this? Oh, have you heard about this? Oh, my mate did a really cool conversion. That's all they talk about. And it's like, I love that. And I think it's probably the same with any other like niche thing that people get into that doesn't have any particular barriers to it, which I don't think motorcycling does. Like, if you're for the most part able-bodied, and even like, I'm dirt poor. The only thing of value I own is my Triumph, and I bought that when I had more money. But I know people who've literally got like, some 250 quid scrambler that they've grabbed off a Facebook Marketplace, put a load of love and attention to it, and they've got it running, and that's their bike.
100%. Look, it's it's funny that like, bikes. I've had my fair share of bikes down through the years. I'd never spend more than probably. I've never have spent more than maybe 5,000-6,000 euros on a bike. Right, I was in Australia. I bought a Harley. Paid big money for that, but that was different. We're in Australia. Do you know what I mean? There was good money to be made and stuff. But it's not what you like. There's no better satisfaction for me. Obviously, I've a workshop myself. I work on bikes part-time and stuff. But the enjoyment I get out of buying a 15 euro piece of something off fucking eBay or whatever, and getting home, knowing the package has arrived, to get home, to get down into the shed, just turn on the radio, clear the headspace and fit whatever it is to the bike and stand back and go, yeah, that looks fucking well. Or do you know what I mean? Or I can't wait to like get out with the weekend and put that to use.
100%, man.
Do you know?
Yeah, I was actually I had a conversation with Bob from the machine shop about this a while ago, and he said his favorite thing is like, oh, all right, you know, you've got an engineer who's got a bit of money, and he brings a brand new bike in, and then he does a custom fit on it, fits a turbo, fits all this. He knows how to do all this stuff, and he says that's great. I like people coming and doing that. He said, but what I really love is someone who's completely clueless, who comes in here with a piece of scrap that they've managed to get a hold of, and tunes it up, and they've never worked on bikes before. They get it working and they turn it over and they take it out for that first ride. He's like, that's the really cool part about what they do in the shop. It's like giving people that freedom, and like that's why everyone who's a member there is so fiercely loyal to the shop, because like that place has saved every single member a small fortune, which is lucky because most of us don't have a small fortune to begin with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I think like I haven't paid for a service for over a year now. I haven't paid for a mechanic for over a year now. I don't think I've actually bought any new tools in nearly a year, because even though it's 300 miles from my house, it works out cheaper for me to ride to Hinckley and go and stay somewhere locally and work on my bike there than it does to pay for someone else to do it. Or if it's, you know, like I say, a tool I don't have. So if it's like obviously basic maintenance and stuff I can do in the barn. But if like I've got a big job, or if it's a job that I'm not particularly sure
how to go about it, like
do it rather than take it in somewhere else.
To be completely honest with you, though, Guy, I'm the exact. I haven't paid for a mechanic. I haven't bought a tool. I don't even need a shed. Well, I tell you, I have one tool. It's Brendan Maguire.
Yeah,
he's the multi-tool of our group.
Yeah.
To be fair, and I'll to be fair to him, he does do awful lot of work. But we know he loves working on bikes, so we just keep keep wrecking ours. And said, Brendan, can you fix this? I think you need a bit of therapy there, Brendan.
You're so thoughtful, Ross.
I just said, man, I'm just thinking of you. Just thinking of you.
I like working on my own bikes, man.
Yeah, that's kind of the position you end up in when you know a bit more. Saying that, I do love now that I can help other people, like you know, because previously you see someone at the side of the road, you always stop. But what I was doing 2 years ago was I'd stop and I'd be like, hey, if you've run out of fuel, I can go get you fuel. Or if you're waiting for a pickup, I've got a bottle of water on my bike, you can have it, or just something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas now I've been able to stop and get people back up and running again. It's been amazing. Like I love being able to do stuff like that.
It is. It's brilliant. It's good for the soul, man. You know what I mean? It is. It's good for the headspace. It's good for, you know, we'd be always kind of trying to champion men's mental health and stuff. And even the likes of that with the machine shop, aside from going there and fixing your bike and having access to tools and the best equipment and all that, you go there and you have a chat. Do you know what I mean? It's something probably all
100%
men don't get to do, but you go there and you have a chat with like-minded lads, and that thing that's been niggling at you all week in work, or you know, the boss or the wife or whatever the case may be, you go out and you start talking, lads, and then maybe you trash it out and you go, do you know something? Everyone's going through that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. There's this is a common thing for lads to have to go through, or do you know what I mean? It's just great.
Well, that is another thing, like providing a community space, which like I don't really know if that was the intention, but it is helpful, and that's something I've learned a lot with doing the internet stuff. So I think I must be quite lucky because I've got some really solid friends in my life. I've moved around a lot. I have quite a wide social circle, and I've got any number of people in my phone who, if I'm having a rough time, I know I can ring them up and say, hey, look, like, I'm just really struggling at the moment. I just need to like bounce this off of someone else, or I need to go for a coffee with you and just fucking whinge about shit, you know. And I didn't realize until I did this that some people either don't have those people in their life, or they just find it too hard to do that. Like the idea of, because people for certain people, they see it as a weakness. And I've had a lot of followers and some people who I've now become very good friends with, who or even currently serving, and who've been sort of like explained like some of what they've been through to me, and stuff that they really genuinely deeply struggle with but didn't know how to express it. Sometimes it's a case of they just can't articulate it well enough. They literally can't put the thoughts in their head, express it to help get it out. And I wasn't aware of how difficult that was for other people until I started doing this. So that's why I would like to say that I'm a big champion of that. I don't do an awful lot of videos about it at the moment because it's one of those things that you have to be in the right headspace for, and you have to come across as genuine. And there's a few
it
you
has to be
see
quite
where
organic, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're getting at. There is a few you see and they're just not genuine. They're literally just looking for a shitload more likes on their post.
It just feels a bit cringy, and like I
completely agree with you.
don't want to put stuff out there that's like just like trying to tug at heartstrings. But I do want to get across the point. You can reach out to, you can talk to people who like try turning around to that mate.
Yeah,
You've been needing to say something to, and actually just put those words out, even if you explain it badly at first, because sometimes like when you actually start bouncing stuff off of other, to put your stuff into perspective, because you've just got a second person there. So yeah, like if people are listening to this, like whatever you're going through, like just it's such a cliche thing to say, but do just try talking to someone. And every single motorbike event I go to now, someone stands up and talks about, and it's particularly men's mental health. It tends to be because women have better social support structures for this. There's more of a cultural thing of men having to be stoic about this. And, you know, you don't have to be, crying your eyes out every 2 days going, oh, poor me, poor me. But you can be honest, like, we're all humans. Everyone's been through some form of tragedy. There's very few people walking around this world who've had a perfect life.
Yes.
So usually if you start explaining what you're going through to people, there'll be a degree of sympathy or some positive feedback.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It's the most important thing is to get it off your chest, anyhow. Do you know what I mean? The only thing worse than saying something and kind of half, or regretting it or thinking is not saying that. And you're better off to just fucking say it and get out on your bike, like get out on the bike, make time for yourself. I think as men as well, like that's a lot of times, between work and life balance, and if you're married and kids and do you know what I mean, kids sports and stuff, you don't get time for yourself. So it is very, very, very important to make time for yourself. You're not being selfish. You're not, it's okay to turn around and say to the kids, sorry, I'm not going to such a football match, I'm going off on the bike. That is because I
think like you can't be useful and helpful to other people if you yourself are not in the right headspace. So there's a degree of like there needs to be a better word than selfish, but then like taking some time for yourself is not the worst thing. I learned a lot through watching my buddy Max. He's this guy who I met out in India. He'd been watching my videos. He reached out to me and said, "Oh, hey man, I'm doing this round the world trip. I see you're in India. It'd be really lovely to meet up with you." I met up with him and this other guy, Nate, really cool guy, been going around the world for years. And we rode up to the source of the Ganges and went and swam the snowmelt. And I'll be honest with you, most of my experience of India was not positive. Those 2 weeks in the mountains were absolutely brilliant. But this guy, Max, if anyone who's listening wants to give him a follow, he's Scrambling Nomad on Instagram. Like, he looks like what a man should be. He's a proper man. He's done his commando training. He's a major in the British Army. He was given a forced retirement through his mental health issues and stepped away from his military service. And he was suddenly in this place where he was like, right, I don't have any immediate family that he has. Well, I won't explain his story for him, but like he just kind of went, it's like, well, I don't have anything. I don't have the structure of the army now. He said, I've got my bike. And he just decided to do this round the world trip. And he's an amazing dude, and he's very honest about what he's going through. And I watch him go through ups and downs. I think he's one of the best advocates for mental health there is, because the man's a trained weapon. He's one of the toughest human beings I've ever met, one of the freest human beings I've ever met, because he just gets to do whatever he wants every day when he wakes up. And he's someone who's still struggling. And you look at him, and it's like so many people would be jealous of what he's doing. and he's still struggling because that thing's inside his head, like whatever it is that's making him not enjoy this amazing experience, and he's still trying to find his answers for stuff like that. And I'm very, very proud to call him my friend. He's a wonderful human. If you want to check him out, give him some support. He'd be an amazing guest as well. His journey is absolutely incredible. I met him in India, he'd ridden from France to India. He's currently in Thailand at the moment, and he's done it all on a Triumph Scrambler 1200 XE, which I've ridden. It's one of the most fun bikes I've ever ridden. It's probably not the bike I'd pick for a round the world trip. It's so fucking heavy. But he's done it all. He's done it all on that absolutely massive bike, and he rode through areas that he was deployed when he was active serving military, and made friends in those countries. He's just an incredible human being.
Jesus Christ, yeah, I'd love to get him on, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm a fucker for, well, not, but when I'm working, man, I've the ear pods in and I'm listening to an audio book about someone that's riding a motorbike somewhere in the world. I just think it's absolutely fucking brilliant, man. So we'd love to have him.
I'll send you some details when we're done with this, so you can reach out to him, and I'll drop him a line as well.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, and again, if anyone's listening, he's a Scrambling Nomad on Instagram. One of the most interesting and fascinating human beings I've ever met.
We're definitely going to have to check him out, man. Definitely, 100%. There was something I wanted to ask you, right? Just because I know you've been working with Triumph and you're a Triumph man like myself. There's a bike I've never ridden, but I absolutely would give my left arm. The Triumph Speed Twin 1200. Have you ridden one of them before?
I've not ridden it. No, it's the same. As far as I know, it's the same engine as the Scrambler. Which is an absolutely bonkers engine. I've got a couple of friends who've got Speed Twins. They absolutely love them. I would say, because you're a similar sized guy to myself, give the Scrambler XE a go. The XE is the most bonkers fucking bike I've ever ridden. The Tiger is my everyday bike. It's a Swiss Army bike. It can do absolutely everything I need it to do. I can load it up with loads of gear, happy days. If every other financial issue in my life was solved and I just had the fun money to buy that bike, I'd buy it tomorrow. That would be my second bike. That would be the bike that I used for fun.
No way, Jesus! I'll have to go one of them.
I'd say go and test ride both of them. I think you'll enjoy the Scrambler XE more.
I would definitely like to have a go on them. I just think they're such a beautiful looking bike too. You know what I mean? Because they're kind of going back to that older style, that seems to be the rage now. Like you see, even Kawasaki with the Z900s, they're going back to that older kind of retro look. You know, so it seems to be
cool. And the modern classics range that Triumph are doing at the moment, I really like them. I haven't had a chance to have a go on them yet. In fact, I need to reach out to them and see if I can arrange something. This is another absolutely mad thing that I found from doing this, is the fact that I can see that Triumph's bringing out a new bike, and I've got someone I can email to be like, "That looks fun. Can I borrow that?" And you get sent a press bike. You don't get paid for any of this. This isn't me complaining. I get to ride new bikes, but it's just some people don't necessarily always understand how this works. So I'm not paid to promote the new models. Sometimes I know some people do get paid agreements, but for the most part, the bikes are given out so that they're seen on the videos that I'm making.
Free advertising, basically.
Exactly, yeah. And I very rarely do actual reviews about the bikes. So I will go and do something fun on the bike and just feature the bike in the video. I never thought this would be a thing that would happen. When I first started doing it, I had absolutely no goals at all. I thought I was going back to work in a couple of months. And when it started to pick up, I was like, maybe one day I'll get a free helmet. That would be really cool. And then 6 months later, I've got Triumph going, "Oh, do you want to try the new Scrambler? Do you want to try the new Tiger?"
Jesus.
It's amazing.
That's wicked, man. Yeah, but in fairness, it's well earned too, man. A lot of people see, and I know, from our social media end of things, we're relatively new. We were only a little while on Instagram trying to grow. It takes time. It's not it does take time, of editing videos and putting stuff up and stuff. It's not like you spend 5 minutes a day. It all does take time. So you have put a lot of hard work and effort.
you cut out a little bit there, but I think I got most of that. In terms of like, yeah, people don't see the effort that goes into the videos, and you know, it's like it's a really. It always feels weird explaining this to people because obviously what people see is 90 seconds of me smiling and having a good time and talking about something enthusiastically. The amount of time that goes into effort, editing, script writing, getting the right conditions for the video, because where I live, I regularly get 70-mile-an-hour winds and I can't record anything in that because the audio is terrible. I also have...
We lost you there a bit, Guy. Can you hear us? Are you there?
Poor internet connection might be one of those things.
Yeah, I reckon you might have been a poor internet connection there too, have you?
Again, living on the cliffs in Cornwall.
Bound to have it, man. It's always a bit of a downside.
One day I'll buy myself a Starlink box and stick it outside the caravan.
Yeah.
But, for right now, like I get by doing everything bare bones, and I really do. I scramble a lot to like make all of this work, and sometimes I do feel a bit selfish and almost childish because what I've effectively said to the world is I don't want a real job. I'm just going to try and have fun and try and monetize like my hobbies and my lifestyle. And it's been 2 years now since I've had a real job. I am holding on by a thread regularly. I do everything on an absolute shoestring, but it's the best thing I've ever done.
Yep. Absolutely, man. A fair fucking play. Look, you give joy to us. I love nothing better than, you know, when you get up in the morning and you go onto Instagram and you flick through the stories and you see I am Guy Markham and you just straight away, what's he up to today, you know? Kickstarts today, you know?
That's... Yeah, I always find it very strange because you don't always realize the impact you're having. One of the best things that's happened out of this that I never expected and again never intended was people who have started getting in touch with me because they've got a bike because of my videos, and like knowing that there's more bikers in the world because I said some silly shit on the internet and now there's more bikers. That's brilliant. Like, that's so cool. Every now and then it's in person. Like I had it at the ABR this weekend. This lad ran up to me and he was just like, "Oh, you're Guy Markham." I was like, "Yeah, I am. Hi, nice to meet you." And he went, "I want to tell you this. So, like about a year and a half ago, I started watching your videos, and then I got really into it, and so I did my CBT, and like I watched you sort of saying it's like, you know, it'll be hard, but keep trying." And like, and he was very excited. He was just rambling, but it was really nice to hear. I met several people that are like that, and it's just like, that's so nice to see like that level of excitement from again, like I say, the best thing that ever happened to this day. I like always remember this guy. I just got met a lot because I had enough money to go and buy like a couple of tins of sardines to see me through for the next couple of days. And this guy messaged me and he said, "Oh, hey man, I just wanted to reach out to you because you've had a really positive impact on my life." He went, "I was never into bikes and I didn't have the best relationship with my dad. And I started watching your videos and I showed my dad a few of your videos and we've both just done our direct access and now we're both traveling through Europe together on our bikes. And I don't think we would have done that if it hadn't been for your videos." And I was just like, that's crazy. Like, and he said, like, I've never been like that close to my dad, and now we've got this thing in common, and we've become good friends through it. It's like there's a random person in this world who has a better relationship with their dad. Again, because I said some silly shit on the internet. Because most of my stuff isn't serious at all. I'm just fucking about.
Yeah, but that's all it can be, man. It's just a common interest. You know what I mean? It can be sometimes maybe hard to talk to, you know, your dad or something. You show a video and you have a bit of a laugh and a snigger over it, and straight away now you have something to talk about. You know?
Yeah, they'll ask you, "Is that fella put up any more videos?" Or you know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. But that's all it can take, man. So what's on the plan for the future for Guy? What have you got in the pipeline, or have you any future plans, trips aside, or other projects you're working on?
So there's a fair bit coming up. We'll be at Mudbillies in the southwest this weekend. which is this guy Josh runs this wicked off-roading event. We're going to be part of the pit team for that and promoting ourselves. Then there's the Malay Mile, which is probably one of the most fun bike events I've been. It's an absolute mad fest. I really love it. What they've done there is it's adult, where you're given enough freedom to just be a bit stupid, and you're sort of trusted to take care of your own safety. And they do all these different random bike events. And again, the machine shop are the pit crew for that. So we're at the start of the festival where the bike track goes. So every time they do an event, a race or a rally during the day, at the end of it, all the bikes come past us. Everyone who's damaged their bikes pulls in, and we fix it for free in order to promote the business. We will take tips and free beer if people are offering.
It's hard to turn that down.
Service for free to show what we've been taught. And then a lot more stuff with Austin Vince as well. So if you're not familiar with Austin Vince, incredible guy. He's ridden around the world twice, done things on bikes that people have not done before. Rode through the Zilov Gap on the Russian-Kazakh border, which had never been knowingly crossed with a motorcycle before. Rode bikes to the centre of the Sahara just to prove he could do it. Fascinating guy. I'm so glad he wants to work with me. I'll be doing a lot of his trail ride.
Yep. We there?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we just lost you there. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying Austin Vince, who is this absolutely amazing human who I'm so happy to be working with. So I'll be doing a lot more stuff with him in Spain. And then hopefully the idea is if I can get a few, because as I say, my background's private security. I don't know how to do office speak. So I really struggle to set up deals with brands because I struggle to communicate in emails the way that they communicate. Almost all of my agreements have been set up by meeting people face to face.
Yeah.
And I'm not very good at it. I don't really understand the value of what I'm doing. And a few people have told me this is like, you need to value yourself higher. But if I can get some sponsors on board, then when it comes to the winter, I'm looking at doing some stuff in Europe at the start of, looking at doing some stuff in Europe at the end of September, just a proper self-funded travel, go out and have some fun, meet a few people who I've become friends with online. We've occasionally bumped into each other in person, other people who run reasonably popular accounts, and do some stuff with them. And then if things go really, really well and I've got enough in my pocket to make it work, I would like to go back to Thailand at some point and go and ride a bike on the streets of Chiang Mai, where I first learned how to ride bikes. But that's if the money comes.
Yeah, gotcha. Absolutely. Yeah, look, it's money is not everything, but it's hard to do stuff without it. To be fair, it's just part and parcel of it.
Especially when it's bike involved.
Absolutely, man, 100%. What about Ireland, man? I didn't get to ask you. Have you been here? Have you ridden around here at all, or have you got this far?
Never been to Ireland, and I almost said to you, and thanks for bringing it up. Your event you were saying about doing finding certain points throughout the maps. Let me know when that is, because I'd love to come along. That's just my kind of thing.
That runs all year round. Well, it runs February to November.
February to November. So you've got a couple of months to do all the points.
So you can just pick whatever way. You can pick your points. You can pick whether you're going to do 1, 7, 9. Yeah.
No, it's at the end of the year then to do like a presentation, and you get you have to do a minimum of 12 points, and then you get like a bronze medal. I think if you do 18, you get a silver.
20.
Oh, sorry, if you do 20, you get a silver. If you do the 24, you get a gold, and there's a big dinner at the end of it. So it's just good crack. Again, it's just a good way of getting people together and stuff. But I'm extending.
I still haven't registered.
If I can find a way of funding that, I will 100% do it. That would be brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, I'm extending an invitation to you now straight away. Anyway, if you get on your bike and get over here, you won't have to pay. You won't have to pay for accommodation. There'll be plenty of food, man, and we'll get out for some beers. So can't do much better than that, man. So that's an open invitation.
I sincerely hope I get to take you up on that offer. That would be wonderful. That's one of my favourite things about doing this is meeting people through it.
No, absolutely. That's genuine.
And even to make you feel at home, you can sleep in my shed.
Did you used to live in a shed, so that would be absolutely fine by me.
Exactly, mate. I have a fine shed out there. I'll even take one of the windows off, make it feel more home.
Oh, wicked! I'll put my sheepskin down. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah, no, there'll be no shortage of rooms for you, man. No, definitely, we'd love to have you over, man. Because I reckon we'd have a good old laugh. Definitely, it'd be good to get you out for a few beers as well. You know.
100%, lads. Well, look, I like to say, if I can get myself over there, I've got your number, I've got your details. Let's do this.
Do, man.
100%, man.
Sounds like a fucking plan. Well, listen, I'm not going to delay anymore. Where do people find you, Guy?
It's I am Guy Markham on pretty much every platform. And if anyone really loves what I'm doing, the best way to support me is my Patreon, which again is I am Guy Markham. I do bonus content on there. You get discounts on any of my merch. There's loads of like projects that I'm working on. The early edits go up on there, so you can see stuff, and there's a few exclusives as well.
Absolutely. I am Guy Markham. Well worth a look at. And again, he doesn't have 90-odd thousand followers on Instagram for nothing, which I'm very jealous of. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
And for me, lads, and for me.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. I know the audio we were in and out a little bit, but I think everybody listening to it will definitely take something for it. Keep doing what you're doing. Fucking don't ever change, and I just look forward to seeing what's going to be on it tomorrow morning, man. So don't change.
As do I, boys. As do I. Cool. Thank you very much.
Guy, champion, man. Thanks a million again. All right, and we'll talk to you soon.